Have you ever wondered, why a toddler can just soak up a language in a couple of years, but an adult can spend a decade on an app and still freeze up when ordering a coffee?
Oh, yeah. It is incredibly frustrating for so many people.
Right. Well, welcome to today's deep dive. We are looking at a blueprint called the Architect of Fluency, which claims to take you from absolute zero to confident English speaking.
And it really breaks down the exact cognitive mechanics of that learning curve.
Exactly. Our mission today is to extract the 5 steps required to master it. Because, everyone who speaks fluently started exactly where beginners are now. It is not about innate talent. It is really just consistency.
Well, and knowing how to properly handle the raw data you are taking in.
Yeah, it is kind of like building a house. You do not start by pouring the roof, right? You start with just a few simple bricks.
Right. Which brings us to step one of this blueprint. Radical syntactical simplicity. You have to start incredibly small.
Like just short sentences.
Yeah, like I am happy, I like tea, or I go to school. Because if you flood your adult brain with complex grammar rules right out of the gate, the cognitive load is just, well, it is too high.
Your brain basically just rejects the information entirely.
Exactly. Adult neuroplasticity requires clean, uncluttered data to begin structural mapping. You need those simple bricks first.
Okay, let's unpack this because the blueprint's second step seems, almost contradictory to that idea.
The daily listening part.
Yeah, step 2 is daily listening to podcasts or videos, but it specifically says to listen even if you don't understand a single word. Wait, how does flooding your brain with incomprehensible noise actually help you learn?
I know, it feels like noise to your conscious
Mhm.
mind, but subconsciously, your brain is this really aggressive pattern recognition machine.
Even without knowing what any of the words mean.
Absolutely. What you are doing is feeding Wernicke's area, the language comprehension center of your brain, pure acoustic data. Yeah, you are forcing your brain to adapt to the natural rhythm and sounds of the language. You physically map the cadence before you ever attach definitions to it.
So once the subconscious has passively mapped that acoustic landscape, how do we, actually bridge the gap to opening our mouths?
Well, that is step 3. Speaking without fear, you have to produce the language immediately, even if it means failing spectacularly.
Making mistakes, basically.
Yeah, you cannot wait for perfection. There is actually a fascinating biological mechanism here. When you make a verbal mistake and feel that, flash of mild embarrassment.
Oh, I know that feeling very well.
We all do. But your brain actually spikes adrenaline and dopamine right then. That emotional friction cements the correct phrase into your memory way faster than if you had gotten it right on the first try.
Wow. Here's where it gets really interesting, though. The biggest roadblock to producing that speech isn't actually a lack of vocabulary, is it? It is the internal lag.
Yes, the exhausting mental translation.
Right. Which leads to step 4, thinking in English. Starting with small daily thoughts like, I am tired or I need food. It is exactly like going into your phone's settings and just changing the default operating system language.
That is such a great analogy for it.
Thanks. It completely bypasses that clunky background processing of translating from your native language first.
What's fascinating here is how that internal operating system swap immediately dismantles the fear of speaking we just talked about.
Because you aren't buffering anymore.
Exactly. The thought and the speech become simultaneous. It dramatically lowers the cognitive barrier to entering a conversation because you are just living in one language, not managing two at once.
So what does this all mean? We have simple sentences, daily listening, speaking boldly, and thinking in English. But none of it works without the final ingredient.
Step 5, daily practice.
Consistency is the ultimate secret here. Just 10 minutes a day creates massive results.
It really does. 10 minutes a day provides enough continuous stimuli to maintain those structural changes in your brain without triggering burnout.
So the immediate task for you listening right now is just to speak 5 simple sentences about your daily life. Language fluency is really just a series of small daily micro habits.
It is. Which leaves us with a broader question to ponder.
Oh, I love these.
If dedicating just 10 focused minutes a day is enough to literally rewire your brain to think in a completely different language, what other seemingly impossible life skills could you master using this exact same blueprint?